So karibu sana katika hii sherehe. Sherehe ni kulewa na marafiki. Welcome to Esoteric. Ikidhugu magai. Welcome to Wednesday's Esoteric Live Breakfast Show. Welcome to the Breakfast Show, Esoteric Show. A quick tip for your spiritual ass. So you know today is Wednesday. Wednesday is ruled by Mercury. Mercury is communication. So Mercury is this area of your mouth. That is why 2 years ago they had you covering this area. This is your Mercury area. So this area has to do with thinking and communication. So when they covered this, you couldn't think properly on what was being practiced on you. Now, besides the point. That is beside the point. So we know that a lot of how the world works today is based on their insecurities. AKA, these are people who are ugly looking people. When you look at their features, they are ugly people. How do you know? The only way you can tell that that is how they are is when you look at how they think, how they react, or the things they make you pay attention to. For example, we have a new cat in the house. You know, if unajua ukicheza na live yangu utakufa tu. You know you can be a demonic cat in my house. Eh? Are you mocking me? Si chakula. You have a whole 10 kilograms of food. Hata hakuna paka nakula vizuri kukuliko. Are you mocking me? On a Wednesday. On an Earth Day. And Amatoras, my day. Maybe I need to go and discipline the cat a little bit quickly. And yana nika chape hapo na whisker. Wacha budomo siku kula umekosa chakula and then I come back. Sindio? Yeah, wacha kakimiau 2 times. I go discipline. Kakimiau once is okay. 1 time. 2 times. I'm coming. Cannot meow on my live like that. Na si chakula umekosa. Where are you? Again. I dare you to meow again. I'll come with a hammer now, not a whisker. I'll come with a hammer, not a whisker. We go back to our Jongwa. Today we are sitting on the Jongwa. The Jongwa ya wisdom. Now, so based on what they make you pay attention to, aka plastic surgery, you changing your lips, you changing how you look, you wearing a wig, you going for a botox, you going for a hip raise, you going for all these are characteristics of their God. Okay, because it's not God who's making you feel ugly. So if there's someone who's making you feel less, it means that there's a mentality, what you call a God or a government or a rulership, that is making you feel a certain way. So based on what they show you every day, what they call their beauty standards, they raise the bar to the point now you feel like to get to those standards, you need to cut your ass, you need to cut your boobs, you need to add your ass, you need to ass your boobs, you need some botox lips and those ones. So that's how you know that you are under another God, another government, another system, based on the things they make you pay attention to. Now, since now you know that they have a lot of insecurities, then you're going to know that even how their language is created in a way that since you don't know how to practice it, you keep binding yourself, you keep sealing yourself. Okay? And if you're not an occultist, or if you're not a magician, or if you're not aware enough, every day you bind yourself harder. Now, the Kikuyus and a lot of the other African communities knew how to undo these daily binds, these daily casting spells on yourself. So every time the Kikuyus would say something they didn't mean, they would say, Rekedwe matamasio. So they would say something, they'd be like, Rekedwe matamasio. AKA, whatever I have said, I am nulling myself. I'm nullifying and voiding that terms and condition. I just spoke it, and since that I know that in a daily basis, I'm picking thoughts and feelings that are on mine, on a daily basis, they know that they were swimming on these conscious waters, okay? So they knew that you are floating on these conscious waters. All the ancient Africans knew. So they are, of course, even when they know, they are those ones who are dumb. And then there are those ones who know and they are practicing. So they'll always be the people who know and the people who practice. Okay? Now, so they would say things like Edwin Matamasio, aka they don't mean that shit. Okay? It's a no thing. It's not a cloud. So they would burst that bubble. And even add density. Burst that bubble. Now, when you come to your daily today lifestyle now, today in your daily lives, there are so many things that you do and you bind yourself in these energies that keep coming back to you and you don't even know how you do it. For example, let's say you are having a conversation with your friend. So your friend is very convinced, they don't know about cars. So they are very convinced that your wheels cannot be 18 inches. Juu unajua gari ndogo inaingianga mguu ya 13 kulingana na ya gari yote ndogo ni Vitz. So you're having a conversation which is very normal, but you are arguing to the point eventually they realize, oh, yenyewe 13 si lazima ikuwe ni gari ndogo. Kumbe kuna 13, 14, 15, 16 zote 18 zaweza bado ingia gari ndogo. It's about the rim size na vitu kama hizo. So let's say that person now goes away feeling like they are a fool. Okay, so ametoka kwa hiyo conversation feeling like they are fool. So they don't know how to say the Edwin Matamasio, or they don't even know, they don't have the discipline to not add or to not water that seed. Because remember, that is a seed that you have planted. So you have planted a seed of I am dumb. Okay, you have planted a seed of I stand corrected, or I didn't know better, or I should have known better, or I'm a fool. So that seed that you have planted, whether you know it or you don't know it, you have planted that seed. Now this is what happens. So in your day-to-day life, remember you planted that cloud of you being dumb, you being corrected, you having no know-how. So all that energy you accumulated in that, however you felt, depending on if you're a weak spirit or a strong spirit. Now, during your day-to-day normal life, let's say you're in a different type of setup, conversation, you're having a drink, and someone comes to you anakuwekea ka whiskey, anakuuliza bukunywa whiskey, hiyo whiskey ni gani? So unachukua whiskey, ukienda kunukia unasikia kabisa aki ya Mungu, hii ni black and white. But ukiangalia setup muko, unaona watu hapana, watu wanakaa kunywa ma-JD, wanakaa kunywa mapombe fulani, haiwezi kuwa wamenichotea black and white. So nakuzebu guess ni gani? You know very sure hiyo ni black and white ndio class yako. But unamwambia JD. So ukipiga akikwambia si JD ni black and white, uko nilikuwa najua. So what have you done? You remember the cloud that you planted of not knowing, of you being corrected, of you. So that cloud is still around you. So now that you have, so it helps to add into that. So now this again makes you feel like a fool, like I should have known better. So again you add this into that cloud. So this cloud now, this is now what you say, this is what you call trials and tribulations, or curses, or hexing yourself through language. And these are things that end up now manifesting in life on a day-to-day basis, whereby you always stand corrected, you always feel like you don't know something, but you knew. But just the fact that you don't have the spiritual know-how on how your words accumulate into your daily things, and how a baptism is very important. Why every day when you are taking, when you are cleansing, which is a ritual, when you are cleansing your body, your flesh, okay? So you are washing yourself. You should also be washing your emotions, your heart. So how do you wash your emotions? As you are doing the ritual, when you are washing with your water, you make sure that the water is pouring from your head, and you do what you call a mini baptism. So in your mind, you say, I am washing all the thoughts and emotions that I had from yesterday. The good ones and the bad ones. I'm washing all the emotions. So you are cleansing all the emotions, whether they were good or bad. You don't want them anymore. You want new emotions today. You want to feel a different way today. AKA, you want to love different.
You want to be loved different. That's now your secret now. So you want to think different. You have to have different thoughts so your business can manifest in a different way. So different thoughts, food for thought. And that is what you call a baptism. Now, the best time to practice a baptism, as above, so below, is during cancer time, or what you call 11:45 a.m. in the morning, or when the Kikuyus are going to thai, ya gai thai, makaugate nekungethera kirenyaga 11:45, aka Archangel Gabriel. You can Google in your phone, you can ask your phone, which archangel is at 11:45 a.m. It's going to show you it's Archangel Gabriel. In other words, it's going to show you that it is Cancer season, aka between Aries, Taurus, and Gemini. Before we get into Cancer, your heart area, number 4, your heart area, your heart chakra. Before it gets there, you do your baptism. So you cleanse yourself of all those energies. You cleanse yourself. Now, during the day, you can also do the same. So during the day, if you don't mean any word that you are saying, whether it's a joke or not, because your subconscious doesn't know whether you're joking or you're not, it's always good to put in extra work after everything you have done, to go through your day, to meditate through your day before you go to bed. Think about your day, even as you're taking that shower. Cleanse those thoughts and feelings that you had during the day. And you can even say, if I said anything that can go against me, I didn't mean that shit. Before you sleep, I didn't mean anything of these things that I said, aka I never did mind about the little things that I said during the day. So if they were too heavy, I make light of those moments. However they may look, I make light of those moments. So whenever they come back, if they go full circle and they come back, they don't impact you with the same weight. So this manifests as you having lighter days at work, lighter days with the people you are relating with. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. So those kind of thoughts and feelings. So pay attention to your thoughts and feelings all the time. Remember, they are not you. You are catching the thoughts. You are catching these feelings. So whenever you catch it, pause. Pause. Look at that thought. Do you think like that? Is that how you think? No, it's not how you think. So by default, that's not your thought. So don't indulge. Don't even think about that. You don't think like that. Okay? Catch a feeling. All of a sudden you are sad. But the place you are sad, you are doing better than a million other people. You have so much to be thankful for. So when you catch that feeling, observe it first. Hey, mbona nimesikia hivyo? Look at that feeling. Is that something I would love to be feeling where I am? Look at your surroundings. Look at the people, places, and things that surround you. The neighbors, the people who admire your lifestyle. How lucky you are, the relationship you have, the things you have that you don't even think that you deserve. Then decide that feeling is not mine. So I'm not going to feel sad about that thing. Put on some happy music and knock over your waters. So these are mini, micro rituals that you do every day, because they say every day is an uphill battle. That is what they mean. You have to be constantly aware if you can. Try always to be aware of the things happening. You cannot do it all the time, but with practice, trust me, you'll become aware. Like now I'm aware there's a helicopter passing. Because I'm kicking knowledge that is high vibes. That is the only reason. So I'm transmuting that energy. The only reason that helicopter passed there is because I was kicking high knowledge. That's a confirmation. You can come up with your own confirmation. You didn't even hear the helicopter. I heard it. You know how many people wako kwa nje na wajaiona, wengine wako kwa shamba. Others are mind. People have chaotic. They didn't even notice a helicopter. So if you notice something, remember what we said yesterday. That is the flame, the frequency. What is a helicopter? Something that can go above, something that can have a bird's eye view, something that can get there faster without obstacles. It's all those energies, okay? What is the feeling? When I saw it, what is the feeling? I felt I was doing something good, something uplifting. That's your message. Know how to get your messages. So, shout out to everyone in the comments. You have so many books behind. Wanjiru Richard, you're always welcome when it comes to books. I write books. Half of that shelf I've never read it. I open a book, I'm like, hapa sasa ni nini? I already know what this is. You can borrow a book. I have Nooks. I have a Nook if you want a Kindle. I have a Nook. I have more than one Nook. You can borrow a Nook, read, return it, you just charge it. I have Kindles. Then after that, you can jump into the physical books, then the PDFs. Now, so make sure that, why do you want to repeat yourself, Jenga? We are done with that. Sawa, we are done with that one. Hakuna haja kurudia. So, find some words that you can use to nullify the things that, for example, in movies, when someone becomes clumsy, we have normalized it, oh shit. Okay? So, oh shit, in whatever frequency it is always on the negative. It's always on you receiving the short end of the stick. Oh shit, it's always something happening behind the back. But they normalize these things in the movie so much that any small thing you do, you go, oh shit. So you are adding that oh shit cloud around you, and so you manifest a lot of oh shit moments. But if you know how to nullify those things, like every time you're like, oh shit, you can say, oh shit, no pun intended. Like, you have to come up with things, okay? You have to come up with things like, oh shit, but I don't care. You know, like, you have to create your own, I don't even know how to tell you this because they even show you in the movies, but anyway, it's called humanity. It's you can't blame human beings for all the things that happen in the world because there are some people who depend on these systems. So you cannot even, if like when you become even spiritually aware, you cannot even hate on religion because you get to understand that there are people who without religion they'll be too depressed. So these are spirits that have come into this world through people who are so depressed, like in their most depressed moments, like the spirits who came through them, they just need a system to lead them. They are so depressed, they just need a religion, they just need a government, they just need an education. They, like, when you are truly spiritual, you don't even hate on these things. You start to understand even like the people who created them, they knew that there was a market for this kind of people. So they knew there was a market for low hanging fruit. So they created these systems because they are spirits who they cannot want to change. Like, basically that's what they are. Like, this world is solo dimensional. They are spirits like, so when you go to the spiritual world, they call them NPCs, they call them bots, they call them mouth breathers. And like, when you understand truly in the spiritual world how things work, you truly understand that there are people who, and that is even why they say you cannot help everybody. However, you just do good and keep moving. So kick the awareness and keep moving, because again, also, isolation is dangerous. There's also the other woke faith community, which thinks like the things they know they are not supposed to share, so they keep to themselves, they isolate themselves, they go into hermit mode. And everything you want from them, it has to be about money. So anytime you approach them, they tell you, you have to pay. My time is money. Don't waste my time. So again, that is not spirituality, because you're supposed to be working together. Okay, the only reason we are into this world is because we came to this world to experience, so that we can be back together as one, so that we can have our own rapture. So you are never going to truly ascend alone. We are doing this together. So get out of your ego high horse and start teaching. Don't go claiming people don't have esoteric knowledge, but you are not teaching. You better take all that that mouthful that you have and shove it up your own esoteric ass. Okay, because I've also realized that there are people who hate on esoteric wisdom, like hakuna kitu anaambia hakuna, but you are not saying anything for yourself. Shout out to Sundiata. So if you have your own gifts and talents, why don't you do it for God then? Don't even do it for human beings. Don't do it even for us. Why don't you do it for God? So you have esoteric knowledge. Don't even do it for us. Do it for God then. Then do it for God. Or shut up. Shout out to Big Aquarius Energy. What do you think about contradiction? I am going through contradictions day in, day out. Why you contradicted? But that's a good place to be. You are in that moment where you're in that moment where you are a house of bricks, and may this not happen on you, but you are almost about to have a tower moment, or your cards are about to crash because they are shaking so much. So you have to understand that you're in a good place of contradiction, but you need to have a balance. So you need to step back a little bit, and handle one thing at a time. Don't take on too many things. Don't be greedy and bite too more than you can chew. Okay, take baby bites, because this is too much for you. So take a step back and do some baby bites. Okay, don't be like what do you call that boy of the cartoon, the baby boy, or whatever you want. So take small bites of whatever contradictions you are going through. But it's even best like if you give examples, so we can understand what kind of a contradiction you are going through. Like that would be best if you have like an example, It would be best if you have like an example. So I have over 30 people watching. I should be at 30,000 likes. Okay, so I'll be doing my lives now based on the likes. So if the likes are not equivalent to what I'm saying, I end the live, I end the live. Sasa. Yes. So by the time we are 45 minutes into the third hour, we should be at 20,000 likes. If not, then we are ending the live. So that is in 9 minutes. We should be at 20k likes, so we end the live. Some contradictions. No. Some comments in this live were filtered to protect. Don't filter any of the comments on my... Why is TikTok doing this? I don't want anyone to be filtered. Let them comment. Okay? Let them comment. So, that was it. We can start another live. So we end this one. We start another one immediately. So I'm ending this live, this one, and I start afresh for a reason. Start afresh for a reason.